like first I will explain how I see, like you guys know smart money concept. So first I will explain today like uh, structure. In structure I will explain market structure break, minor BMS and major BMS. How I mark those things. So let's go on charts first. How to, yeah, here. Like how to use this one. So this is what I do. Like see, this is last flow and this is last high. So just think this would be your last high, this would be your last low. Okay. Yeah. So what I see in like when I look for these things, like like where what I see in like this is structure like break in market structure, where I see break in market structure. So in market structure, I look for two things. First will be minor BMS. BMS means break in market structure, and second will be major BMS. Like no one is coming. Yeah, so we can start here. So what I do is like when price. So for instance, this is your last high and this is your last low. So what I see in what when I will look for minor BMS. So if after making last high, price makes, yeah, let's take this higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So this is your last high and this is your last low. Okay. So when I call a minor BMS, minor break in market structure. So if price, like you see, this is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Same thing again, same pattern repeating, higher highs, higher lows. Like when price break a previous higher low, I will call that as a minor BMS. What minor BMS tells us is like we are about to, like market is about to change the trend. Like we were in bullish trend here, and after creating minor BMS, market is just reversing towards bearish side. So what I will do is I will do here is I will look for my point of interest in here. After creating minor BMS, I will look for my point of interest in here, and I will mark this as a here and look for cells around here. This is what I do. And like if price made something gone here again. Okay, so where will be my target? My target will be this last low which price has created. So this will be my last low. This will be my first target. And will I say this as a major BMS? So I will call this as a major BMS when market like creating higher highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and again when market will break the last low, I will call that as a major BMS, break in market structure. So that's what I do. Like if price will break this major BM last low, so trend is fully changed according to me, and we are uh, market is changed from bullish structure to bearish structure. So that's how I see market. If price won't take out this last low and it will give us something like this kind of structure and hit this order block in here. So I will see this as a minor BMS. Okay. Yeah. And my point of interest will be something around here. So what I will look for is again I will look for buys around here and my target will be here. First target will be this last high. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to explain here. So this will be my target area. So that's how I use minor BMS and major BMS structure. So the main reason of explaining things like if price breaks out this last low, if price breaks out this last low, 1 second. Hello. When market will close this last, just go below this last low. So I will call that as a major BMS. I hope you guys understand. Like I will explain again one more time for you. So what I was explaining here is this break in market structure. What is break in market structure? So if price is making some sort of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then higher highs, higher low. If this is our last low, this is our last low, and if this is our last high, and if price making some structure like higher highs, sorry, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and again higher highs, higher lows. So this is our last high. And when I will call minor BMS, like minor breaking market structure. So if price takes out this low, this previous higher low, that's when I will call this as a minor BMS, as I like I pointed in here. And if price breaks out the last low, that's when I will call this as a major BMS. And if price failed to take out the last low and given a like some sort, if price failed to take out the last low and given a pullback towards upside, like this was our lower high, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, lower highs, Then after getting this lower high, if price takes out this last lower high and make another higher high, that's when I will call this as a minor BMS. So that was the thing I was explaining. Like if price breaks the last liquidity, last low, so that's when I will call this as a major BMS. And if price breaks or minus lower highs, lower lows around that area, so that's when I will call this as a minor BMS. The main reason I was explaining this is like I was just looking for when I was just saying like when price is making a reversal pattern. Like if price making some kind of minor BMS, so it will just it just can take a pullback from last low or some sort of hidden base is around here can take a pullback from anywhere around these zones. But if price takes out the last low and then make a reversal, so that's when we will know that price is fully bearish. And if price takes out this, if price takes out the last high, that's when I will call this as a major BMS. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here. So let's go on cards and take the examples in there. Like this here. Like you see, this was around this area. This was our last high. Okay. And this was our last low, for instance. So price was creating some sort of higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, then again higher lows, same thing, higher highs, higher lows. And this was our last high. So if this high taken out this low, so that's when I will call this as a minor BMS, minor break in market structure. And this minor break in market structure, this will also minor break in market structure. Okay, but price made another pullback and taken out the previous last high. So that's when I will call this as a major break in market structure, because you see this minor BMS is just for taking out the internal liquidity we had in here. Like all these lows, all these internal lows, lower highs, lower lows, I call this as an internal liquidity only. So price has taken out this internal liquidity just after making BMS, minor BMS. So just to make a pullback, if price has made this low, taken out the last low here, so I would have called that as a major BMS. So what I will do next after taking out this low, I will look for some sort of sells around here, this last previous highs. But price did the same thing. So price is taken out this major last high. That's when I call this as a major BMS. So you see again what happened here. This was our last low. Like this is our you call this as a swing high, swing low. Sorry, this is swing low, swing high. Then again we have this swing low, and then again we have a swing high. Then again we have a swing low.
So Nimesh, in case of taking out the swing low,
Yeah,
we will go bearish, right, on a higher time frame.
yeah, exactly.
And if we take out the major BMS, then we go bullish.
Yeah, so like this minor BMS happens just to take out those internal liquidity just to take out those internal liquidity we have. But if price taken out the last previous highs and major highs and major lows, that's what we call as a swing high, swing low, swing high. Then again, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. If price takes out any other swing low, swing highs, that's when we will call this as a major BMS. And major BMS, calling major BMS is the reason when that's when I see price taking a higher time frame reversal. Like if price has taken out this low, so now what my bias will be, I will look for sells only. Like my bias, like I see market as a bearish trend. Hope you understand what I'm just explaining here.
So got it, bro. So I have one confusion since this crypto market has taken out the major BMS and it has not made a swing high above major BMS. So we are still bearish or sideways?
No, we are not bearish. Okay, price is just coming out to take out these internal lows only. Okay, if this pair has take out this low, that's
then
when
we can call it
we will be
bearish.
bearish. Okay, and that at that time what will happen is, like, I will wait for price to take out these lower double bottoms, these small structures, like these small structures. This is I call as internal liquidity range. No, sorry, not in internal liquidity range. I call this as an internal liquidity. These lower lows,
Okay.
these small wicks.
And we check this on higher time frame, probably on 4 hour or 1 day, right?
Let's go on 4 hour. Like you see, this was our last high. Okay, this was our last high. This was our last low. So what happened here is, as don't forget about this one, like all these lows. What happened here is price just came here and reacted to this order block. Okay, why reacted to this order block? Because this we had a higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, then again higher lows, then again a higher high somewhere around here, higher lows, then again higher highs, then again higher lows. And you see, this was higher highs has been taken out here. So that's when I will call this as a minor breaking market structure. Okay, so price just came here to take out all these previous internal liquidity. Like private market always look for liquidity, and then again what I'm expecting is market to take out all these internal liquidity again. Okay, so after taking out this liquidity, price has formed this internal liquidity, all these internal liquidity we have, like this internal liquidity, this internal liquidity, this internal liquidity, this internal liquidity, and this internal liquidity. So price has taken out this liquidity, given us a minor break in market structure. After making this minor break in market structure, price came again to take out this trend line liquidity, like prices from this trend line kind of structure. So prices just came here and filled this fair value gap, and this was our last bullish order block, which price had just mitigated. And then again it has given a minor BMS, sorry. Yeah. Again, we have minor break in market structure. And if price takes out this high, this also structure break. But if price has taken out this last previous high, then I will call this as a major BMS. Okay. So if anyone have any doubt, they can ask.
So in case of taking the entry, right?
Yeah.
Either we will wait for minor BMS to break and then we create a PY and then we take the entry over there, right?
Yeah, that's same thing. Let me explain that as well. Like if we are in bullish trend, higher highs, higher lows, and there is some sort of strong demand zone around here, and prices hit this demand zone. Okay, if prices hit this demand zone and taken out the previous low, this was our swing high, swing low.
Even supply zone in case of bullish trend.
Yeah, sorry, this last supply zone. If price hit this last supply zone, so if and taken out this last swing low, that's when I will call this as a minor break in market structure. Minor break in market structure. And what my point of interest will be, this will be my point of interest.
At least reaching the
Last previous high, which is responsible for this minor break in market structure.
okay.
Like this last high is responsible for this minor BMS. So that will be our point of interest. Okay.
And Animesh, what we've generally seen is price never makes the equal high, but it's slightly less than the previous high, right? There we take the entry.
We will talk
because
about
we
that.
Don't see double bottom, double top,
like,
no?
Yeah, we will talk about that in later on videos. Like we have some people in here who don't know basics as well. So I will just explain basic things.
Sure.
Like if you will, I will go to that thing so people will get more confused.
I understand. No.
Yeah.
Let's go in the flow.
Yeah. So this minor BMS happened, and I call this as a return to origin. RTO. Return to origin is called RTO, and that's when I will look for sells. And my target will be all these internal liquidity states. First target will be this low. Then again this one. If price is taken out this low, then I will go for break. I will go break even, and I will target all these lows. So that's when I will look for entry. Like if this is my higher time frame point of interest supply zone, if price has just reacted from here, I won't have any kind of sell limit order or buy limit order around here. I will look for market to come and make a minor BMS, like minor breaking market structure. I will look for entries after a retracement. So that's what I do. And same thing.
And in case the market doesn't break a minor BMS, we will not take the entry. It means the price can make a higher high and can break the supply zone as well.
Yeah, that's what. And that will be what we call that as a major BMS. If prices can come here and taken out this liquidity, that's when we will call this as a major BMS, and we will in a bullish trend overall.
So just like it happened on Euro USD last week, right? we were expecting it to return to from the demand zone, and it actually break the demand.
Which one?
Euro USD, right?
Yeah,
We were
this is
taking some
USD chart.
entries around, yeah, we were taking some buying entry, right? But it
Yeah.
break the structure, uh, and the demand got break. We were in a buying zone.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what I was watching here in terms of minor structure break and major structure break. So this was our last swing high, and this was our last swing lows on USD. And this was just a lower low, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Same thing here. So this price has came again and taken out this lower highs. That's when I saw that price is bullish overall. That's why I was looking for a buy entry. So that's price just made a minor BMS. So I will look for buys around some order blocks in here or around here. And if price has take out this last high, that's where I will call market as a major BMS. I hope you guys understand. If any have any question, they can ask. Hello.
yeah, guys, please go ahead and ask. Animesh is explaining very well. So, Animesh, I do have a question.
Please.
Where you have created a sweep, right? Uh, I mean, creating a lower high. If you see near to the PY, right? Where you have marked in the red zone.
This
This
one.
is where uh, near
This one.
28 of April. 28 of
28 of April.
Yes, 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 yes. This one. This is where we were looking for buy, right? And
Yeah.
it actually break our POI, went down and came back up.
No. See,
So,
this just came here and
okay,
hit this order block here. Like this order block, this last bullish candle, which is responsible for this bullish move. So price always look for liquidity. Okay, as I explained you
okay.
earlier, like inducement thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
So
right, right.
this lower candles just made a internal structure, sorry, internal liquidity and
Mm.
become a inducement. So price has taken out these lows and then goes for
So in
buys.
this scenario, when we are looking at a higher time frame, we can
Yeah.
have a larger demand size, right? I mean, not
Yeah.
just 5 pip of demand, but it could be more than 20 pip. I can see right now.
Yeah,
As in the
exactly.
4 hour, it is
Like
creating an
this is
engulfing candle.
this after making this retracement, this is our bullish order block. This last bearish candle,
Correct.
which is responsible for this
Mhm.
move. So we have a minor break in market structure. Sorry, major like on 4 hours, this is our last high and this is our last low. So prices taken out
Right.
this like swing highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Prices taken out this lower highs, then that's where we have a minor BMS. Okay, and the prices also taken out this last swing high, so that's where we have a major BMS. So price is just coming out with large demand zone. We have that's what ICT call as a bullish order block, like last bearish candle, which is responsible for bullish move. What is it? Like last
So,
bearish candle,
Anim-
which is responsible for bullish move. That's what we call as a bullish order block. Yes, say.
so we have two confirmations here. One is the bullish order block, which is responsible for creating a bullish move. Another is creating a major BMS, breaking the major BMS. So now we are looking for a bullish price reversal, right?
Yeah,
Considering
exactly.
we have break major BMS.
Yeah.
So you look for how many type of confirmation? You are satisfied with
Like if
BMS or
like you see, this is price is taken on this minor BMS. Okay, price has taken on this last swing high, so we have major BMS as well. But we have some sort of imbalance also, like this candle with this gap. We have this gap and also this gap here. So we have this last fair value gap around here. Okay, so what market can do is they can on 4-hour time frame, it can just come here and fill this fair value gap and then go for buys again. Okay, but on lower time frame, what I will do is, this was the last bullish bearish candle which is responsible for the bullish move, as you can see here. Like multiple time frame, you will see multiple blocks, and in this time frame we have this as a fair value gap.
So we extend our POI to little bigger and it acts as a demand for us.
Yeah, but what I do is, like, this is our time frame. This is our, we are on 2-hour time frame. This is my last lows. This is our last high.
Actually, if you see, the whole structure is creating a lower high.
Yeah. Lower highs. Yeah. So just creating this lower highs to take out the to take a retracement for the demand zone and look for another kind of buys. This highs as well.
This is beautiful, man. I mean, I missed out the whole move before because I was actually looking forward to fill that POI, but we got stopped out there. So now next week we will look for this one.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what happened. So I will teach like how I refine my point of interest as well. So this is what just a understanding of major and minor bearish market structure, when we will see like prices bullish fully or prices fully bearish. That's what I was trying to explain in here. I hope you guys understand what I was saying. I will send a Zoom link again in 2 minutes, so you can start again.
Sure.